Internet.
Hi, Internet.
Here we go. Manifestation bathtub.
Manifestation bathtub.
Turn on some water for a bath. Hey guys, we are out of bath bombs. For anybody who's watching, just want to let you know we're out of bath bombs, but we're accepting bath bombs all the time. Today we are using Dr. Teal's Pink Himalayan Foaming Bath Restore and Replenish with Epsom salt and essential oils. I'm just dumping it in because I am sore from Sylvia Campbell's yoga workshop that we went to yesterday. I'm freaking sore. Hi, Deborah. But that's okay because that's what Manifestation Bathtub is for. We take baths every day because we do yoga and we run. Hi, Hummingbird. And we get real sore. And whoo, let me tell you, I am sore today. So this bath is going to be good. We're also accepting bath toys. If anyone would like to see some macrame I made recently, check this out. Wow. Pretty, huh? Isn't that nice? I wove that with my own hands. I'm just getting real crafty. Getting crafty. All right. Let's do this thing. Oy, 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 oy. You guys know when I make that noise, you know what's coming, right? Here we go. Hi! Hi, Internet. All right. I'm getting in the bathtub. I'm going to move this. I'm going to show you what that is in just a minute.
How am I going to get in here?
So as you can see, I'm wearing a unicorn on my head. And it's Lamb Chop's Halloween costume. Because we're running out of ideas. I'm just kidding. It's really cute, and you don't have to get the whole thing wet, really, is why. Kit is trying to figure out how to put on Chicken Willow's Halloween costume. So you're going to have to give him a second. He's also completely naked, as usual. So here we go. I'm going to hold up the blanket so you can get in, okay? Woo, guys, watch out! Oh, okay. Kit's going to put on a bathing suit today. All right, so I'm wearing a dog's Halloween costume on my head. Happy Monday, y'all.
Happy Monday.
We had a great weekend.
I went and shared this in like a million random groups.
Oh, yeah. Hi, son. Hi, Steve. Steve Airing from high school. Man. Hello. Haven't heard from you in a long time.
If you've never met us before.
I love you too, Hummingbird.
We are Kit and Rosie Volcano.
Hi.
And we are transformational magical life coaches.
Yes, we are. And every
Unicorns
Monday
and dragons.
we get in the bathtub.
Every morning we get in the bathtub and
Every Monday. And we talk about manifestation. How it works. What are the secrets? What are our tips and tricks? What are some of the pitfalls of manifestation? The ups and downs? We talk about it all.
Talk about it all.
Sometimes our little dog joins us because she likes to lay next to the bathtub.
Hi, Chance. Hi, Roland.
As you can see, here's our little pup. She's joining us. So here we go, guys. Here we go. We talk about manifestation. Oh, so the topic of today's show. Oh, I don't know what happened. The topic of today's show is who else is watching? Oh, hi, Angela. Oh, Roland, I love you too. Rollsies. All right, so the topic of today's show is how to invite inspiration in.
And this is actually the first chapter of the book that I've reinvigorated. It's Am I Tired or Am I Uninspired?
Is the whole name of your book?
No, it's the chapter.
Well, what is happening on your head right now? Okay, so we're wearing your dog's Halloween costumes in case you're just joining.
Hi, William.
And I have wings behind me. Okay, so it's about inspiration. Hi, Hummingbird. We said hi to you. I love you.
So how many of you have, you kind of have a dream, you kind of have a vision, you kind of have this thing that you want to happen in your life, but you're just like, I'm tired. I don't
Or
wanna do
how
it
many of
today."
you are artists, musicians, crafters, creative writers, creative people who have felt like you've been in a slump for the last year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but you know that deep inside of you is like this desire, this passion to create stuff, and you just have not been able to get your shit together enough to create anything. So type in the chat box. Let me see who's out there who can relate to this.
Here's another one.
Who used to make all kinds of crazy art when they were a teenager and they didn't have to, worry about too much. And now that you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you just don't find the time, or you're just too tired, or you think, oh, everybody else is better than I am. What's the point? Type in the chat box if you can relate to this.
Got another one. How many of you went to school, like a yoga teacher training, or went to cosmetology school, or went to automotive school,
Or art school.
or you went to school to be a writer? What else? You learned how to coach. How many of you put a bunch of money into learning a skill, and then when it finally came to that moment of putting it out into the world, you were just like, I'm tired. I don't know about this.
Or you
just kind of held back your magic that you worked so long to learn how to cultivate.
Yeah. Hi, Margaret.
Who can relate?
Who can relate?
I did that. I'm doing
Now,
that.
Margaret.
Lisa,
Okay.
Lisa,
So I know that there's some people watching here who do creative things for a living, or who weave their creativity into what they do for a living. So if that's you, type that in the chat box and say, I weave magic and dance and song and drumming into my yoga classes, or I'm still in a band and I write music and perform, or so like I wanted to see like a show of hands of all the people watching this video right now who weaves creativity in their life on a daily basis or regularly, and who has lost touch with inspiration. And if you can relate to both of those things, say me also. I mean, because it's true. Both of those things can be true at the same time. For instance, Kit and I are both creative people. Kit's owned an art gallery. We both went to art school for a little bit. We're both artists. Let's see, Roland, I wish I could make money being creative just for fun. Yep. Hummingbird, I weave music and drumming into my life. That's very true.
You wish you could be creative, make money being creative just for fun. Look at us. We sit in the bathtub with onesies on, and
this is my life.
Yeah, we make money. We make money. This is how we're.
That's why we're doing this show. We're gonna explain how in a second. But I'm just getting a show of hands to see how many people out there feel like they can't be creative and survive at the same time. This is a common thing. What I'm saying is, you and I have both done creative things for a living, and we've both done non-creative things for a living, and we've spent the last 5 years being a couple.
5 years.
And we've spent the last 4.5 years working together, weaving creativity into what we do for a living. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't. And sometimes if you do weave creativity into your life for what you do for work, it can feel almost like, oh my God, I finally found a way to do what I love and make money, but now the thing that I love has become my job. So sometimes that can happen too. So how do you invite inspiration in? So sometimes it can feel forced. It can feel like, oh, I just don't have the time for that shit. Or you can think, okay, I'm going to do everything I need to do to get inspired right now. I'm going to meditate, I'm going to do some yoga, and I'm going to go for a run, and I'm going to eat healthy food, and I'm going to surround myself with art supplies. I'm going to go to Michael's and buy a bunch of shit. And then still nothing happens.
How do you build your castle around creativity?
Mm-hmm.
How do you build that? What's the answer? Inspiration!
Yeah, but how the fuck do you get inspiration? That's the question.
Well, how do you get it, hon?
That's what we're here to talk about. So how do we, as the volcanoes, get inspiration for manifestation? There's so many cool ways to get inspired. And the one that has particularly spoken to us recently has been just really identifying the people in the world who have created a huge impact and figuring out which ones inspire us. For instance,
figure out which ones we want to be like. Figure out which ones we want to
some
emulate.
of the people who have made the biggest impact on us, I'll name a few. RuPaul, J.K. Rowling,
Oprah Winfrey,
Dumbledore,
Ellen DeGeneres,
Gandhi,
Martin Luther King,
Esther Hicks.
Tony Robbins.
Okay, there's one person that I need to add on. Frida Kahlo.
Yeah.
You know what? And we sat down and we thought about it and we thought, man, there's an element of all of these people. Oh, Asia's watching. Hi, Asia. There's something about each one of these individuals that we really admire and something that really inspires us. So when we're sitting there thinking like, oh God, how are we going to change the world? How are we going to change people's lives? Are we doing the right thing? We can look at any of these people and we can see what they did that they were passionate about, that they stood up and believed in, how they changed the world, how they changed people's lives for the better.
How they kept going. Like they were like, this tiredness, this fear of not making money and being creative, these limiting beliefs, it didn't hold them back.
No.
And so I came up with this brilliant idea on a coaching call. Like when I coach with people, the freaking floodgates of magic just come through, and like just these inspired ideas just come through. It's so much fun to work with people. So everybody has a vision board, but I came up with this idea of a leaderboard, and it was to put our faces on a board, on a painting, with our favorite leaders, and see ourselves as like we're just flowing energy just like them.
So we're going to show you our leaderboard, you guys. It's not done yet.
But it's just started.
But I got it right here. I'll hold it up. You can point it out. Okay. We'll hold it. All right. So right now, we got me. I'm halfway done. I'm still looking a little scary. We got RuPaul.
We got Dumbledore. I'm really proud of this Dumbledore.
Dumbledore's turning out great, babe.
Yeah, he was hard to paint because he was little, but
he's detailed. And
who's this, guys? Who's this?
It's Oprah.
Oh, I wanted to guess.
Anyway, so you can see there's some outlines and more people on there. There's Ellen, there's Kit up there. Wow, it looks just like you, hon. Let me put it down a little bit. And then up here, up at the top, we're going to have some designs. We're going to have Gandhi.
There's going to be Tony Robbins up here.
Yeah, and we're going to have MLK right there. And I think I'm going to actually squeeze Frida in over here too. Because I just realized that she needs to be on this board. And so we tell our clients.
Don't have on there?
Who?
DB. Dave Bowie.
Shit! There's just not enough room for all of them. You might have to fit David Bowie on there too. We'll see.
Michael Jackson.
Ooh, it's so hard.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, so this is just another variation of a vision board.
And
we tell our clients all the time to make vision boards, to hang it up in your room somewhere prominent that you can see every single day when you wake up in the morning. All the things you want in life, your dream job, your dream house, your dream lover. But making a hero board is just another way to get inspired, and you don't have to have painting skills to make it.
You have to put yourself on there.
Yeah, you gotta put yourself on there, dude.
Because when you wake up and you see your face next to Oprah every morning, it's like, what would Oprah do?
You're like, oh, Oprah's my BFF. What are we gonna do today?
Or would Oprah stay in bed till 9 a.m.
picking her scabs?
Or would she get up and be like, yeah, guys, I'm giving away a refrigerator today? And get really excited to wake up and go jump on her trampoline.
And go hang out with her 2 Cocker Spaniels.
Yeah.
Sophie, and I don't know what the other one's name. And
what would Oprah do?
Her and Stedman will have some coffee, and then she'll just go give stuff away and inspire people all day.
See yourself as these people, as being a hero, a leader, just like they are, is inspiring the world just like these people are. And then what will happen if you see yourself like that? What are you going to do? What are you going to be? How are you going to be every morning?
What decisions would you make differently if you woke up every morning and you saw yourself in a painting or in a collage next to Tony freaking Robbins? How about who are some of your heroes? Type in Teresa. Hi, and Jamie. Type in the chat box, you guys. We want to hear, if you were going to make a hero board, what would be some of the heroes? Who would be some of the heroes that you would put on your hero board? I want to hear from you. Type it in. I want to see. And what types of decisions would you make differently if you knew that RuPaul was your best friend? If you knew that J.K. Rowling was going to call you up on the phone later and be like, hey girl, what's up? What you up to?
How differently would you be every morning? How differently would you be with your clients? How differently would you be with the people you met on the street if you knew that the energy that flowed through you was the same caliber of energy that was flowing through Gandhi, through Martin Luther King, through RuPaul, through what's her name down there? J.K. Rowling and
Guess
Oprah.
what, guys? Guess what? It is. It's the same exact energy. It's the same universal source energy that flows through all of us. And everybody has access to it if you allow it in.
Love me some Ru.
Yeah. Awesome. And we want to hear who some of your heroes are, guys. Seriously, type it in the chat box. Type them in. We want to see some names popping up. I'm real excited to hear about this.
So, the energy is the same. So putting your face next to your heroes, you're acknowledging, are you getting twisted? Every
a little room.
You're acknowledging, I've got this in me. I've got this.
Yeah, exactly.
And what do you do when you've got this? What do you do in the morning when you just know it, when you're just being it?
You wake up inspired and you make all the right decisions. And that's what being in the vortex is all about. It's about waking up inspired and staying in that inspired state all day. And then when you act from a place of inspiration, you make all the right decisions. But when you act from a place of desperation, guess what happens? You invite in more desperation. So, you're my hero, Rosie. Oh, Rosies. Love ya. I want to hear some more heroes.
Who are your heroes?
Yeah, let's hear some heroes, guys.
It doesn't have to be Oprah. It could be...
No, it could be
anybody.
A baseball player.
Michael Jordan is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's really inspiring.
Pretty badass.
It could be a person who hasn't been around for a really long time, like Jesus. We almost put Jesus on our hero board because we're not Christians. We're pretty freaking witchy. But Jesus was a cool guy, and he changed the world, and people are still talking about him every day, all day long. He's an inspiration. And to be honest, what's interesting is that we've become friends with a lot of Christians lately this year. Someone's laughing about Jesus. All right, the Dalai Lama, yes. Okay, so we've become friends with a lot of Christians this year. Which is unusual for us. We don't usually have a lot of friends who identify as Christian or who go to a Christian church or anything like that. And as most of you guys know, we've identified as witchy and wizards and Harry Potter and all that kind of stuff. And it's not really like a spiritual affiliation. It's more of we act with magic inside of us. Let's see what Jamie says. I was just about to say Jesus. He's my hero. Have a good day. Thanks, James. Jamie. Good to hear from you. Thanks, Brianna. So anyway, this year we became friends with a lot of Christian people, and they opened up our eyes to a big realization, which is that as queers, as yoga wizards, as the weirdos that we are, we tend to avoid Christians, self-proclaiming Christians.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I'm just saying, we've been together for 5 years and neither one of us have had any Christian friends, so that's just how it's been. It's just the fact of the matter. Whereas this year, all of a sudden, we joined this coaching program and there's all these Christian people in the coaching program, and we did both have this realization that we were judging them as much as they were judging us. And we cracked each other open. And so now we've invited in this whole new way of looking at the world and looking at life. And they have too, and it's amazing. And several of them have told us in certain ways that when they saw that we were witches or witchy or whatever you want to call us, they got a little bit scared because it's, a lot of Christian people believe that if you're a witch, you're inviting in Satan forces. Or demonic forces, and that there could be a transference if they get too close to you. And here's the funny thing, guys. we believe that too, as witches, right? There's a such thing as negative energy and positive energy. That's all we talk about, right? Is energetic, vibration, source energy. It's all the same thing.
I don't even believe in negative energy. I just believe in lack of positive energy.
Okay. Well, either way, there is a such thing as having negative thoughts and choosing the power of your thoughts. Yeah. And so if you have negative thoughts, that is allowing a negative energy. And so in the same way, I mean, it's the exact same thing as allowing in evil forces or whatever you want to say. So no matter what kind of language you use, I just find it interesting that that people can choose to hear the word Jesus and associate it with one thing, and then hear the word devil and associate it with another thing, and then we're over here on this side thinking the same exact things, just using different language for it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was confusing. I got lost halfway through.
Yeah, I was lost.
I don't know what I was trying to explain. The point of the matter is that we almost put Jesus on our hero board, and he's on there in spirit, but we wanted to put on people that we could relate to more immediately, because we're not quite there yet with him. But
I'm cool with Jesus.
Still want to put him on there?
No, we're running out of room. I mean, I just
we
wanted,
can put him right there.
What I just wanted people that when I looked to there, they inspired me. Like, what would Jesus do? What would Oprah do? So that when I was in my pissy, moany, growly, bitchy, just like negative shit place, I looked to them and I saw, like, how would Ellen act in this situation? Mm-hmm. How would RuPaul coach
Tony Robbins,
the snarkiest, meanest drag queen? How would
confused. Sorry, is it confusing? Are we confusing you? We're talking about inspiration and manifestation.
How would Dumbledore ally Snape, a Slytherin, to literally give his life for him? What qualities did they hold that inspired and changed the world? And when I wake up in the morning and I look at this leaderboard, when I'm, challenged and not wanting to get up and wanting to just, live a half-dull life, I remember to do that.
Oh, that's what it was. So the whole reason I brought up the whole Jesus thing was just to say that it doesn't matter whether you talk about Dumbledore or Oprah or Jesus or Gandhi or MLK. They can all represent something similar to you. And it's a universal concept. So think of somebody right now that you would put on your hero board. Let's see. I think you need DB on there. Can't think of anyone else good now. Bowie, the original shaman. It's very true, Will.
Yeah.
He was the original. I don't know. Yeah, he was the original shaman because he transcends space and time, and he has been around since the dawn of time. In fact, I think David Bowie is probably
space, time, and gender.
Probably Jesus' brother, something like that. Maybe an archangel.
We're all Jesus' brother. Come on.
So anyway, guys, we gotta hop off here in a minute, but we want to hear who you're gonna put on your hero board. So if you're gonna make a hero board like ours, in case you're just joining in, we've decided to make a hero board. We're painting ourselves in the middle, along with RuPaul, Ellen, Dumbledore, J.K. Rowling, Esther Hicks, Oprah, Gandhi, MLK, Tony Robbins. We're going to squeeze Frida on there.
Note to self, relationship goals. We actually do relationship coaching as well, so if you need a little support on that, gotcha.
So who are you going to put on your hero board?
Let's see, you want a little close-up?
And you can make this a collage, you guys. You can get creative with it. You don't have to have painting skills. Kit and I are both art school dropouts.
Robin Williams, yes. Oh, Jim Carrey needs to be on here.
Well, we have this whole edge here. We can just paint little faces all along the whole edge of the canvas.
Jim Carrey on here. He's a superhero to me. He's amazing.
Who else we got? We got another Jesus.
Cool Saint Germain.
Oh, the Comte de Saint Germain. So we got some people with 9 lives on there. That'd be cool.
We'll plug Esther Hicks down there, so now Jim Carrey can go up there. We got David Bowie there from the Stars.
We still got room.
We still got room.
We'll just have to get some smaller paintbrushes.
We got room for more heroes in our life.
We do. All right, guys. So think on that. Think about who you're going to put on your hero board, and let me get a yes or a caw in the chat box if you got inspired by that and you think I'm going to go make myself a hero board. I'm going to go put my face in the middle and surround myself with all the people that I look up to as heroes.
I'm going to see myself as one of those fucking heroes. I'm going to be a hero.
Keanu Reeves?
Why not?
Oh my God, why not? We just watched The Matrix recently.
Yeah.
It took on a whole new meaning for us.
Lana Wachowski.
Yeah.
Wachowski sisters.
All right, guys. So thanks for watching again. It's been an awesome episode. We're going to have a special guest joining us next week for an extra creepy manifestation bathtub.
From the bathtub.
So please stay tuned next Monday, October 27th, around the same time.
Yeah.
All right. Golden Girls. Love that.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
If you haven't followed us yet or followed our YouTube, or if you want to see all of our other manifestation bathtubs, they're on our YouTube channel.
And you can find us on YouTube under The Little Volcano.
You can find us at thelittle.volcano.com. You can find us on Facebook, which you found us here. Where else can you find us? Instagram.
Instagram, The Little Volcano, Resin Volcano Yoga, The Butch of Wands.
Butch of Wands.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.